How's it going, everybody? Uncanny Omar here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good Saturday, uh, Sunday, Monday. No, I don't think the world works that way. I'm happy to have everybody here joining me for this live episode. It's back to our Saturdays at our regular scheduled time of 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope everybody is having a good weekend, a good start to the weekend, and yeah, I'm happy to be here. Woke up this morning and looked at the channel, and we have over 50,000 subscribers. It really blew my mind how far it's come. It's been an amazing ride. That's the least I can say. Uh, it's this being my full time thing now is just it's a blessing, and yeah, thank you all, every single one of you that have ever watched my video and shared our videos and have been a part of this, no matter if you joined, just yesterday, today, or years ago, whenever it was. Man, thank you all. And I will be doing, the astonishing Melanie and I will be doing a proper thank you all as a giveaway. Well, we've had a lot of people donate some books. I'm giving away a bunch of stuff, and we will set on a date probably sometime in September. So yeah. People are asking, yeah, 50,000, man. Yeah, giveaway, of course. It will be open as always to international waters. So you can live in the States, you can live in Australia, wherever. It doesn't matter. Anybody can enter, because I just want to show love back to the community. So a big thank you to everybody that's been part of this channel for a long time, or just like I said yesterday. Um, yeah, 50,000, man. I don't know. I'm still a little. I know there's bigger channels out there, but to me, this is a huge milestone. 50,000. I didn't think even like 10 people were watching. Like, it's kind of crazy. So, yeah, where's everybody from, guys? Where's everybody from? I love asking this. Thank you, Jonathan. I really appreciate that, brother. Glenn, what's up, buddy? I found out what happened to the Patreon thing. So we do have a Patreon, by the way, and couldn't make videos like this possible without all the Patreons. We have different tiers on our Patreon with different reward systems. We're probably gonna we're adding a couple more little things in there just to kind of pay it forward. But yeah, what happened was I ended up copying the old file name, so that's what's happened. Dean, you're already asking when the next announcements are? Probably sometime this month, man. I was firing them left and right towards the beginning of the month, but that was because I was making up for some lost time in July, where we only had one big announcement. So August, you guys got 6 with 7 books. Is that 7 books, right? Yeah, big those big announcements, man. Congrats on 50K, working again. So I'll be hopping off in a sec, but had to celebrate early with you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Nova Scotia, what's up? Is that where you've been, man? I've always liked your picture of the what if Hulk had killed Wolverine. Spider again, maybe one day, Fargate, and then what are you going to ask for, man? Yeah, I got to announce Avengers. That was exciting. I got to announce, the very first Black superhero ongoing comic with not Black Panther, I'm sorry, Luke Cage. I got to announce Luke Cage. That was a big deal. So many people have asked me, why didn't they do that? And now he's getting one. So hopefully that will lead into, oh my goodness, I'd love to see Heroes for Hire and Danny Rand, Iron Fist, that John Byrne. And I know that's collected in John Byrne Marvel Comics Omnibus Volume 1, I think is what somebody told me, and Volume 2. So very, very, very cool that we're getting that. The Thing. So to kind of cap off that John Byrne era of Fantastic Four, that one's kind of crazy. And I kind of hinted at that one when I said something different. Something different. Arthur, what's up, buddy? Did you send artwork? I'll have to look. Melanie is usually the one that does all the artwork, but she is at her grandmother's house today, and it's not for a good reason. It's just because they're trying to decide what to do with the grandmother's house. But anyway, I'll let her talk about that. Waiting for you to announce New Avengers Volume 2. Well, I'll tell you what, man. It might come one day, but before that comes, they'll probably have to reprint Volume 1. That's kind of like the way it works. New Avengers Omnibus Volume 1 will have to be reprinted. So once they get that, I'm sure the sales will depend. Volume 2 will depend on the sales of that Volume 1 reprint. What's up, Big Stews, Big Collection? How you doing, brother? Oh, Tevon, how you doing, man? Morning, Kenny. Is Hick Vengers good for someone who's never read it? Yeah, if you like decompressed storytelling, really confusing things that just put you in the middle of nowhere because Hickman thinks you are just as smart as he is, it's a lot of fun. My favorite era of Avengers is, of course, Uncle Roger Stern's run on Avengers, but my best, favorite run of Avengers has to be Kurt Busiek, and Kurt Busiek's run on Avengers is perfection to me. Hick Vengers is it's a lot. It is a lot. There are time jumps. There are so many elements. It's kind of like his Fantastic Four run, but it's a lot of fun. And the payoff really doesn't happen until Secret Wars. So not only do you have to get Hick Vengers volumes 1 and 2, but you also have to get Secret Wars. So what's up, Kitty Pride? Man, I love your picture. Thoughts on Captain Marvel by Claremont Omni? I don't know if the old school, like the cells of the old school Captain Marvel have ever had a enough, if they're up there to warrant a bigger format of the book. I think if anything, they may try something different. I know that his son, Captain Marvel, just made a return or he's coming back in a one shot. So that makes me think that maybe Marvel's taking an interest to see how much people really like that Captain Marvel, Peter David's Captain Marvel. And that I can kind of see in an omnibus format, especially with the name Peter David. We've got X Factor and we've had Incredible Hulk. So perhaps that will be the way they go. Omar, how long have you had that Elvira? Dude, she just mailed that out to me this week. That was so sweet. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting this, the comic, but she sent that out to me after I interviewed her. And like she wrote my address after I interviewed her. We talked for a little bit afterwards. Oh, she was so sweet. Could we just get more details about the issue 300 variant dust jacket for McFarlane and Michelini Spider-Man Omnibus that retailers are supposed to order? Basically, yeah, just exactly what I sent out in our social media, that Diamond, either retailers have to contact Diamond or Diamond has to contact. I don't see Diamond contacting retailers. I think retailers have to contact Diamond. So, and that's how they'll get to cut. But it is limited. So that's one thing to keep in mind. They are limited. So hopefully people will get some. That was really cool though. I love that cover. Congrats, good morning, and happy Saturday. Where are you with Judge Dredd reading? I am on case number 4, wrapping up. I'm 15, I think. Wrapping up. Omar, did you enjoy Free Comic Book Day? I sure as heck did, man. My whole family enjoyed it. We loved it. It's a lot different, right? Because different stores have different rules. Some stores mandated a mask. We wore masks the entire time. That's why you don't hear me do a voiceover like I normally do, going, oh my gosh, look at all these comics. Because the sound is all muffled. So you just got to walk through pretty much POV. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. And my kids loved it. We all got a bunch of stuff. And my wife had a blast. So that's what matters. It's like, to me, it's kind of like Christmas. Like the older you get, the more Christmas is less about you and more about your family. Like you like seeing the look on their faces when they open up their gifts. That's what Free Comic Book Day is to me. Like my kids getting excited over comics instead of me, you know. Sweet Papa Omar, have you seen What If yet? I finally saw the first episode. I think Oldfell and I are going to review it on Wednesday, the first 3 episodes of What If. But I have been reading a lot of What If from the Omnibus that's coming out later next month. Salut, Omar. Bonjour de Montreal. So glad I finally had a chance to catch another live Saturday morning. It's been a little bit, man. I hope you've been doing all right. Brother. Omar, how do you feel about that Jack Kirby's Fourth World Omnibus? I know it's a must-read before Final Crisis, but I feel like Fourth World is a slow burn. I had a lot more fun once I got past some of the Jimmy Olsen stuff. It was a little bit of a slow burn, the way they've got it separated. But honestly, man, it's Jack Kirby. It's him doing the things he wanted to do when he was working on Thor and didn't get to. So you kind of see, that's why there's a lot of gods there. It's good. It's so good. They're way ahead of its time, and there's some awesome imagery in those. There's some beautiful splash pages. I'm almost being an idiot, and I think I'm gonna go the absolute route, even though I have the omnibus edition. I know Have I seen the Saga trade paperback? Yeah, I've seen pictures of it, man. I've seen pictures of it. Good morning, Lord Omar, Herald of Omnibus. Congrats on 50K. Thank you so much, my dude. Thank you. Thank you. It was a big surprise this morning. Thank you for the super chat, Rick Gear. I really appreciate it. I dislike T Coates as a person, but can separate the art from the artist like I do with EVS, knowing that should I give his Captain America run a chance? I didn't realize that there was such a huge separation in like there's a division between people that like Ta-Nehisi Coates run on Black Panther and others that don't. I'm like you, and I've always stated on the channel, I stay out of people's personal lives and have always been able to separate the artist from the art, whether it's movies or whether it's comics. Uh, a lot of the things that were being said, I didn't see personally, but then I don't look for those things about agendas, hidden agendas being in comics. I mean, sometimes they're in your face. I didn't see it in that, but I liked it. I think one of my favorite things about comics is, you've had a character that's been around for well over 40, 50 years. You run out of things to do with the characters. So I like when characters are taken out of their element, like the case of the Dimension Z story with Captain America. And I know a lot of people didn't like those, but I happen to like them because it's Captain America in another dimension. Loved it. And the same thing happens with halfway through his run on, well, I want to say a third of the way in through his run on Black Panther. T'Challa gets taken out of his element and gets caught up in this huge intergalactic war. Anyway, I really liked it, but everybody has an opinion. Been okay, Omar. Super busy now that things are finally opening up again. They are. Hope you and your family are doing well. Too, and much love. Thanks, buddy. Do we know any more about the Jack Kirby Fourth World book set recently announced? Nothing else. Nothing else. As soon as I find out, and solicits are a nightmare, by the way, for anybody that has ever gone through the solicits of going in the freaking catalog for DC and looking at issue numbers, or like when the Justice League Dark book that Marcus and I, big shout out to my buddy Mad Dog, by the way, much love to that guy. He's a good kid, and I want him to do more collab episodes with him. But what I was going to say is when we were looking at the upcoming DC books, that's one of the things we noticed was that book was just, it was a Justice League Dark book that had 1,400 pages, but it was a soft cover. It was just all over the place, and it makes me think that that's the Omnibus, the second Justice League Dark Omnibus. Omar, got another Omnibus in my first Epic collection while visiting South Carolina. I'm really happy for you, Gabriel. That's awesome, buddy. What did you get out of curiosity, man? Hello from Amsterdam. Keep up the good work, brother. Congrats on the milestone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Art Walker, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Hey, Omar, did you see the solicit for the reprint of Death and Return of Superman? What do you think the chances of one? What are the chances? 100%. That there's no way they cancel that book. That book's been printed 3 different times, man. Yes, that was one of the books that Marcus and I looked at whenever we looked at the solicits of all the DC upcoming books. So, yeah. Any news on any new Epic videos and announcements with you and Curtis? I will ask. Did you get the Remender Capcom? You were yelling at me, and I had to answer that. Yes, I did. I did. The overview will be coming out on Monday. I'm trying to think. Tomorrow is going to be. Somebody asked me to bring back the retro views, and I thought about it because they saw my hidden gems and they love that segment. So they're like, you got to bring back retro views. So I'm going to with the different formats of Absolute Y the Last Man, because I realized when I was putting up my books that I had the trade paperbacks, the oversized hardcovers, the omnibus, and the Absolute editions, and I need to get rid of books. So yeah, I'm gonna do that overview tomorrow. Punisher omnibus reprint when? I don't know, buddy. I've been did any of those make it in our top 20 this year? I didn't see those. Good evening, Omar. 11 p.m. here in the Philippines. With the recent news about Hickman leaving X Books after Inferno, what is your opinion on it? My opinion on that I thought about that when somebody else, people have been emailing me and messaging me. Um, Now I know that he's still working for Marvel. He still has work for Marvel, so it could mean that he comes back and does get to wrap up the story that the way he wanted it to. I think things were moving a little too slow for him. Here's the thing. I said the exact same thing about his Avengers run. I said the same thing about his Fantastic Four run. Hickman is. I like his writing. I love the fact that he just throws you in the middle of a story, and you got to play catch up. And he is a visionary and really, really reaches out for things. I love House and Powers of X. That was like one of the best thing that happened to X-Men. But at the end of the day, like every other book, these toys do not belong to you. So you got to put them back in the toy box to give somebody else a chance to play with them. And a lot of the time, you got to put them back in the toy box the way you found them in that toy box. That's the way I've always described comics. No matter how much you want to put in there 17 years worth of Chris Claremont's work into X-Men, at the end of the day, they're not his. Those toys belong to Marvel. He had to put them back in the toy box no matter how long, and it took him years to get over that. But I feel like, Hickman's the same way. No matter what, things are going to go back the way they are because that's just the way comics are. It's a revolving door of stories, man, and I love it. What's up, Omar Reyes? How you doing, brother? Hello, Omar. How long do you think the Sandman Deluxe editions will stay in print? I spent way too much in comics recently and can't buy them for now. I think those will be evergreen. They'll keep them in print. Hey guys, is Hickman and X-Men a good place to start reading X-Men stories? I started a segment of like a beginner's guide or a beginner where to for beginners, and I started with Spider-Man. A lot of people expected me to do X-Men, but my wife decided to make it a poll, and it was between Spider-Man and Batman, and Spider-Man beat out Batman just by a small fraction. But X-Men, of course, is a given. I will do that. There's lots of places, and I think, yeah, absolutely, Hickman, because you're starting over a clean new slate. You are starting over with a clean new slate on X-Men. Do you think we'll get complete editions of Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters? It touched all Star Wars books, but they have announced only a trade paperback. Yeah, I saw that they're only doing trades of that so far because it was Dr. Aphra, the Darth Vader, the Bounty Hunters book, and Star Wars. I don't know. I haven't heard. Is Wolverine Omnibus being reprinted? It's a stealth reprint, but they have not sent anything out. I know IST got some in maybe it was last week when they got some in. And I know that Dying Breed Collectors still has some. So if you're looking, go check them out. But I know Cheap Graphic Novels is completely out. Omar, what do you think of the Chuck Dixon Snake Eyes run? Is that new? Or is that the one when he took over the IDW stuff? To me, Larry Hama's run is just some of the best. Some of the best, man. Amigos, buenos dias. When is the next Omnibus announcements? I'm craving more. Maybe some Silver and Bronze Age. Congrats on 52K. Thank you. There will be one more this month. That's all I can say. How do we get the ASM 300 replacement cover? I answered that towards the beginning of the video, but just in case you're now joining, you shouldn't have to do anything. It should be wherever you bought it from. We'll have to reach out to Diamond to get a replacement. You, as the consumer, don't have to do anything. I think that is all up to the retailer and Diamond, and of course, how many copies they get, because it is limited. So. Thanks, Omar. I've been following your channels and reviews. I bought items based on your advice. Thanks. You're doing a great job. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the things, more importantly. Yesterday, I got my first omnibus. I got Thanos and War, the Infinity Origin. All right. Yeah, man, that's old school. Love it. Love that stuff, dude. Love from California. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Is Fear Agent any good? I've always said that Fear Agent was Remender's magnum opus. Like, I've really loved it because everything that he writes, all the tropes that he does, even in his running Captain America, he did in Fear Agent. I love it. 100% it's worth reading. If you like his other stuff like Black Science, if you like Deadly Class, well, it's a lot less like Deadly Class, more like Black Science. Omar, been thinking about getting into the Berserk Deluxe Edition's thoughts. Well, as the guy that got the very first copy in America to do a video on it of his favorite manga of all time, you go out and buy that deluxe edition, man. That is the best way to own it. I've done several comparisons on my channel of the original tankobon and the deluxe edition and how much better the artwork looks in that paper. Oh, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Just saw that Rob Swallow, actually, thank you, sent me a link to the final story that he wrote that is being published later this year. Thank you so much, Gianmarco. Got an amazing idea. Ultimate Wolverine versus Hulk Gallery Treasury Edition. Also detailing that runs. Oh my gosh, the delays of that book, man. I remember, was it not Alan Heinberg? Who was the guy that co-wrote that with... He was on Lost. That's what happened. Like, they kept calling him back to Lost. So between issues 1 and 2, oh my gosh, man. It took was it a year maybe? Dude. It's so... I remember the delays. And it's Lionel Francis Yu that did the artwork, right? Will the Brubaker Iron... By the way, thank you for the super chat. Will the Iron Fist by Brubaker ever be reprinted? It was voted in our top 20, but I want an expanded version of that. I want more past Brubaker Infractions run just to capture that whole series. That would be awesome. Is that the end of the reprint announcement videos? For this month, I have one more. Will come out sometime later this month. Favorite Batman graphic novel story. Oh man, I have so many. Can't say year 2 because I get killed if I say year 2. Legacy. Legacy is my favorite though. What's up, Omar? Nice name, man. How often do you dust or clean your books on your shelves? No, I don't, man. Like, maybe when I'm doing a video once a year, when I do a video tour. Oh, I gotta get it ready, so I start dusting. Pre-ordered Pad X Factor and Wolverine Volume 2 from Scamazon. No sign of either shipping. What's going on with getting Marvel Omnis in Europe? Well, Stuart, I may have an alternative, because if you live in Europe and you're interested in buying and pre-ordering Omnis, pre-ordering being the important key here, then you definitely need to check out Walt's Comic Shop. So this segment, this part of the episode is sponsored by Walt's Comic Shop. They are located in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest prices for Marvel and DC books within the EU. Flat rate shippings of €9.90, 9.90 euro for all EU countries. Extremely careful and sturdy packaging, and all emails will be answered within 24 hours. They also offer a superb selection of out-of-print books. Just head over to waltzcomicshop.com for more great deals and rare titles. And then for a limited time, if you use the code Near Mint Condition, all in caps, all one word, you get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order. So there you go. Check out Walt's Comic Shop, man. See, you came and asked the right question. Now, I hope you get your books from Amazon. I know there's several people that have had issues, not just there, but some of my UK friends have had issues with, was it Forbidden Kingdom? Is that where they get it from? I think that some of their books got canceled. How do you feel about Matt Fraction's store run? Debating whether to get it or if it's worth pre-ordering. It's okay. I like Fear Itself, and that's being collected in there. His run on Thor was okay. It's got gorgeous artwork. That would be the reason I would get it. But also, Fear Itself was a pretty good underrated story. So, Omar, what's a popular comic book that you hate? Mine is Identity Crisis. Hate's a strong word. By the way, I love your Sanic picture. Hate's a strong word. There's a lot of stories that people love that not for me. I know I get a lot of crap for this one, but Enemy of the State. Wolverine, Enemy of the State. There's an actual story why I don't like it. Omar, really like that Spider-Man video. Hope we see more different characters. Yeah, next time I'm gonna switch them out. Like next month will be DC. I'll probably do some independent characters because a lot of people have asked me about Duck Comics or Ninja Turtles or Transformers. So yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you liked it. It was something that took me a lot of years to finally do because a lot of people have been asking me to do it for years, but it's just my old man mentality of nah, people could just go and pick up a certain graphic novel and they'll be fine. So there you go. Thank you for saying that. Yes, Immortal Iron Fist expanded, right? Immortal Weapons, and then the rest of those issues. That would be awesome, man. Long Halloween's a classic. Long Halloween is a classic, but I love Legacy. Legacy was the return of my favorite Batman villain. Are you starting at 10 a.m. now? No, today was 11, right? I think, yeah, 11. Normal time. Unless we say we're going to do it a little bit earlier. Look at Green Laser. If you put high quality air filters in your AC system, you rarely need to dust. My man. What's up, Riv? How you doing, buddy? Paint the shelves white and you might be able to skip dusting altogether because we won't be able to see. Look at that. Joachim, Comic Center. Thanks for showing up, buddy. Thanks for showing up. I finally got a copy of Wolverine Omnibus Volume 1, but haven't had a chance. I got an update on it yet, and I'll be patient. Wait. Oh, okay, you finally found one, but it hasn't shipped yet. Okay. Got you. Omar, you missed my super chat. No, I didn't. I was going back. Melanie's not here to keep an eye on it, but I was going to go back. I promise, Glenn. Congrats on 50K, Omar. Thank you for everything you do. It's been a year now since I found NMC, and I love spending my Saturdays with you. Much love, my brother. Thank you, man. See, I was going to go back, dude. I promise. Hey, Omar, I know it's DC, but any news on a highly anticipated Phantom Stranger Omnibus? The only news I have is the same thing that I've been sharing with you all, and that is that it's been canceled 3 different times, and it's back in the catalog again for next year. So hopefully it will come out. And yes, you're right. And hopefully it will have that built of the Wrath of the Spectre. That the paper that they used on that is so good, man. That artwork. I think that artwork around that time all needs to be in that type of paperwork. Any idea when they'll release the 3rd Deadly Class? I think Remender said something on Twitter about it. Somebody, I don't keep up with Twitter or anything, but somebody sent me a screen capture of it that he mentioned that the 3rd book will be coming. What's up, Manuel? ¿Cómo estás, hermano? Uncle Omar. I'll take that. All right, Kenneth. Thanks for the announcement of BP Omni. What are the chances of a Blade and Gambit? Man, Blade. Blade hasn't... Well, I mean, they could do Blade like they've done... like they did Black Widow, or they've done the upcoming Doctor Doom or Loki, just taking stories where he appeared. But man, honestly, man, I would love to see like Rise of the Midnight Suns and that Ghost Rider era. That's what I want from the 90s. Gambit, if that movie had come out, I'm sure we would have had a Gambit omnibus, honestly. And there's enough material for a Gambit omnibus. There's enough material for 2 Gambit omnis. You throw Rogue in there, absolutely, man. Oh, hey, congrats on 50K. Just saw that. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, man, me too, brother. That one hurt. Mura's passing hurt. Thank you, Damon Lindelof. That's who was the writer on Ultimate Hulk versus Ultimate Wolverine, and what I think it was more than a year of waiting. Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, Volume 1 reprint of Amazing Spider-Man. Your last video gave me a lot of hope. You know, the thing is like next year, 2022, will be 60 years of this wall crawler. You can rest assured that will probably be reprinted next year, as well as Volume 4, if not before then. But I think it will be next year. We'll see a lot of Spider books next year. Let's see here. What's up, Dying Breed Collectors? How you doing, brother? With the Luke Cage Omnibus announcement, I'm convinced we'll eventually get Iron Fist Classic. How would you do it? Mix it with Heroes for Hire or have it be a thin Omni? It would be an oversized hardcover, right? I think I would put it with Heroes for Hire. Heroes for Hire, and then issues of Luke Cage, 48, 49, and 50. That's how I would do it. Got here late. You're never late, man. You've got here just on time. Just on time. Omar, have you talked to David about combining Acts of Vengeance and Acts of Vengeance crossover omnibus into one book as they did with Inferno? Oh, man, that would be a big book, right? Acts of Vengeance? About 1,600 pages maybe, right? Does a little bit of double dipping with that John Byrne omnibus too, but yeah. Omar, you think Matt Fraction's Omni will get reprinted? I think it will. Yeah, absolutely. All right. For everyone that has been asking me about this, I would love to do a Superman reading order. It's going to happen. And I'm sure when I put it up on our Patreon, because I let our Patreons vote for the next reading orders. Like, I'm working on Robin right now. I'm reading a lot of Robin. I was waiting on DC to release the Man of Steel Volume 4, and it looks like it's been postponed, of course. So I promise, as soon as I get that, that will be when the reading order is. But that's for everybody asking. Old Man Omar, thank you. Haven't heard that in a while. Omar, you watching the fun insanity that is... Dude, I gave up on Titans. Does it get better? I gave up. I didn't even finish season 1, dude. Like, it was just not for me. Josh Earl of Lemongrab. Thank you. Hey, Omar, shout out to Walt. Bet's customer service and packaging. Any info on why the Hellions OHC got canceled? What do you know that I don't know? The OHC still coming? It didn't get canceled. Where'd you see it got canceled? Thank you for the super chat, by the way. And thank you for shouting out. Shout out to Walt. Yeah, let me know. I'll look for your response. I didn't see that. It's still in the catalog in the 80s and 90s. Thank you so much, brother Ryan, for the super chat. Used to do crossovers like DC, Marvel, Image, or Valiant, Dark Horse, DC. Do you think we'll ever do that again? If they do, well, they still do to an extent, right? Like they still do like Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, Batman. That book got delayed until next year. But it's the problem comes with how do you reprint it? How do you reprint those books? And then who gets the rights to those books? Who gets the? I think, you know, whenever you throw things in like legal, I think that's when it becomes a nightmare. I would love to see another Marvel in DC just for the sake of them to, even a small window of a month or whatever, to reprint Marvel versus DC Omnibus. My Lord, I would love that. What an awesome question. What's been your favorite read so far of 2021? Master of Kung Fu for me. Oh my God, I've had so many, man. I need to keep track because at the end of the year, I always do my favorite reads and then my favorite collected editions. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but probably Monsters, man. It's been wonderful to read that. Celestia's really good. Black Widow by Kelly Thompson. If you're not reading that, that's probably the best Black Widow I've read. And I love Mark Waid's run. But Kelly Thompson's just kicking all kinds of butt on it. Yeah, Black Panther Omnibus, man, got announced, the Ta-Nehisi Coates one. And that will be one of probably more to come. Thank you, Omar, for announcing. Thank you for the super chat, the promised one. That Thing Omnibus, it truly made my day. Grew up with the FF Burn era and need that FF Burn. Oh, that's right, man. I said that in my video. That we need to reprint that FF Burn Volume 2. And I'm sure that will come. I think Volume 1 is out of print right now, too, so they probably both have to come. I'm happy with Wolverine Omni 2. Happy I got the Barry Windsor-Smith dust jacket. Can't wait to read it. Had such a huge haul, saving the best for last. That's awesome, man. Gambit Omnibus would be nice. Like I said, if you throw Rogue in there, man, then you've got enough for 2 Omnis. It's a lot. Thank you for the super chat, Walt. Hey, Omar, you have any info on Berserk HC reprints? Getting inquiries from... Yes, I talked to my contact, so... Those are evergreen. It's just a matter of when they get them from their printer, and that's part of the problem. Sometimes the printers, they really like the printer that they're working with right now, and they don't want to outsource it to another printer because we might get some quality control issues, which happens, as you all know, because Dark Horse doesn't print that many collected editions as DC or Marvel, so they have a little more control over what their quality control looks like before it gets out of hand. So they're sticking with the printer, and I think that's a lot of it, is that the printer is just overrun, and then it was shut down for a while. But they are coming back into print. They're evergreen for as long as they hold the license, is what she told me. Thanks for hooking us up with Walt. Omar ordered 3 Omnis, and they came in so well packed. I felt bad unpacking them. Walt is the bomb. You're welcome, man. What if Omar is David Gabriel? No. No, I'm not, man. We got New Warriors Volume 3. Okay, thank you, Reed Comics. Shout out to Reed Comics if you're in the UK. Hellions OHC is shown as canceled in Diamond. Oh, that's probably because of the PRH deal. That may be because they will resolicit through Penguin, but nothing is listed on Penguin yet. That's probably due to that. I agree with that. Omar can't finish Titans, but finds time to watch Virgin River. Are you calling me out? Yes, I did. That season 3 was horrible, man. Season 3 of actually all the entire Virgin River show was horrible. I'm not gonna lie. It's sad. I don't care. It's sometimes we have to have guilty pleasures. I don't know why I chose that one as mine. At this moment, yes, I do want to remind everybody to hit that like button, please. Smash that like button. Yeah. And remember, we'll be doing a proper 50,000 subscriber giveaway as a show and as appreciation, and to every single one of you all. And it will be open to international waters. We'll get a couple of gift cards donated. I know Dying Breed Collectors is going to donate some stuff, and so is Organic Price Books. And we'll get some gift cards from Cheap Graphic Novels. It's a huge celebration. It's a lot of fun. Melanie and I usually have some questions. It's trivia, but now it made it easier because StreamYard added this function that just makes it easier for everybody. We need more Spidey Omni reprints. I'm being selfish because I need Volume 1 and 4 and Spidey versus Venom. Man, those will probably come out sometime next year. I can't wait for what we do in the Shadow Season 3. I'm so excited about that. Best Marvel event for new readers. Oh, good question. What is the best Marvel event that's, okay, new reader friendly? Oh, God. Why is this one coming? There's got to be a better one. Hold on. I have one that comes to mind. Dang it. Okay, I can't think of anything that is more reader friendly, because you don't have to know anything about the characters, so you don't know if the characters are acting out of character. Only nerds that have been reading comics for a long time got mad at this. Civil War. I think Civil War might be one of the best ones, really. Because as much as I'm not a fan of that book, it is easy for a new reader to pick it up and see why these people are fighting. Yeah, I think that might be the best Marvel event. I can't believe I went with Civil War. How about liking Invincible, the comic, or the show? I really like the comic. It's in my top 10 favorite Image comics. As far as the show, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And whoever does the sound effects for that show is not getting enough love. It's not getting enough love. Omar, who is your favorite Master of the Universe character? Fisto. I used to have a toy of that guy. And I take him everywhere. I don't know why. He's kind of a lame dude, huh? He just has a giant fist, and his name is Fisto. But the correct answer is Evil Lyn. Yowza. Congratulations on 50K, mate. Thank you, Jake. I really appreciate it. Read Civil War. I know the inker and want him to get paid. There you go. How's it going, Josh? Josh, while I have you in here, everybody should go and check out Bang. My wife is told me to share this video. She is not here today, but let me just show you guys. Any reprints? Chainsaw Man is coming back. That is another book that they're trying to keep on evergreen. It will come back, and I'm surprised it won't come. It might even come back as a box set sometime. Dude, guys have so many good questions. All right, I'm gonna open up some boxes because we had some mail from you wonderful folks, and there's a big box over here from Kyle. While I do that, you all check out Josh's comic book. This is a little trailer that he put together. There you go. me? Hey, all right, let me get this. All right, so that is from Josh Greathouse. And I was unboxing a bunch of stuff because my wife isn't here. And speaking of my wonderful wife, she is helping him edit this book. So she's the editor on that book, Josh Greathouse. So we are to be seeing this on here. Thank you for the love and thank Melanie for the help. Absolutely, man. I snuck in there and I got to look at some of the pages and stuff. Man, I love your artwork. It looks awesome. It's on Webtoons and Tapas as well. So if everybody go and check them out. And it's like he mentioned on Webtoons and Tapas, and it's called Bang by Josh Greathouse. Check him out. Show him some love. Omar, did you hear what Ed Gein? Oh, I'm waiting on my copy. I haven't read it yet. I'm waiting on that and Starman. Otherwise, I would have had that by now. That art style is fire. There you go, man. That's what you want to see. Ted, looks good. When's the Omni coming out? Already asking about the Omni, man. Ooh, tough question. Which Darth Vader Omni do you prefer? The one by Gillen and La Roca or by Charles Soule? I would have to go with Gillen. Even though I do like Charles Soule's run. I think it's awesome. The one by Gillen is freaking stellar. Herald County News, nothing yet, man. I've asked about that. The last time I had contact with them was 2 weeks ago when I asked about Berserk because people kept asking me about Berserk. And they're still waiting to hear back from the powers that be. Austin, as soon as Dynamite lets me announce it, I will be happy to announce it, but it's in the works. Okay, let's see. Regarding Hellions, thank you so much for the reply. Buddy of mine got a mail from his local comic book store that got canceled, and they can't order it. Doesn't show up in the previews either. Okay, so like Walt's Comics channel was saying, and I was talking about, it's probably due to the change in distributor. So they're going from Diamond to PRH. So hopefully it just means it'll be resolicited at PRH. Hey, Omar, do you have any first appearances? Let's see. I've been in cameo in movies before. No, you're talking about first appearance comics. I still have some of my comics. My Uncanny X-Men, so I have first appearance of Rogue. Wait, that was Avengers Annual 10. I gave up. I had to sell a lot of my key issues I've talked about before in the past because I had to pay for lawyers. You know, divorce ain't cheap. That was with my first wife. Very short-lived, but very expensive. Live and learn, right? So I had to sell off my Giant Size 1, my Uncanny 94, my Hulk 181. Hurt, but I'm in a better place. So I do have Uncanny, I think 97 all the way to 500 is when I stopped getting them. Yeah. You know, Rebel, I think I still have mine signed by Michael Golden and Chris Claremont. What's up, Tommy Vo? How you doing, hermano? Omar Senpai, congrats on 50K. What would you like to see collected in Omni format for Shang-Chi? Oh, man. You know, he kind of disappeared for a long time. But I love to see that stuff that they recently did in that trade paperback. Where he made appearances throughout the Marvel Universe and different type of stories. I love to see that collected, like a modern Shang-Chi Omni. Or, I'm sorry, Shang-Chi. I think that's how it's properly pronounced. All these 30 plus years, I've been pronouncing it wrong. That shouldn't surprise anybody, though. That hurts to listen. So many great key issues, but look at you now, Omar. You have an awesome family. Exactly. I wouldn't. It was worth it. I got out of something horrible. I had to give up some things that I love, but that's okay. I mean, sometimes that's the price you pay in life. Is there a DC graphic novel? Jack the King Kirby! Is there a DC graphic novel line that is like the Marvel Epic Collection? Sadly, no, not yet. Not yet. And they've tried. And I think there were Bronze Age books that were kind of like the Epic Collections, like they had the numbers in the back, but they stopped that line. And let's see. Good morning, everyone. Congratulations, my buddy 50K. Also, Omar, I got the FF2 Omni, so I wanted to say thank you. Oh, dude, you are so welcome, Graham. I made you a promise, remember? I said if Marvel sent me a copy of FF2 Omnibus, I was going to send you one. I'm a man of my word. And then I had a bunch of 40-year-old men pretend to be 12-year-old kids so they could get books. And I think some of them may have fooled me. Omar, do you think reading comics digitally is not the same as reading them physically? I 100% think that, yeah. I'm not shaming anybody that does it. If you can do it, more power to you. I just can't. Like, I've tried. I keep up with current comics that way. Not so much these days because I'm reading things left and right. But that was a good way to keep up with current books, like especially what was going on with the House and Powers of X. I wanted to know what was happening. The Dawn of X era, I was keeping it through that way. So here's the thing, like I think I can read like 2 or 3 issues digitally and then I have to take a break. I don't know if it's my eyes, I don't know if I just got used to it, but physical for me is just the way it is. I love holding a book physically, so it could all be psychological. Hi, Omar. What's up, Zoltz? I hope you're well. I am. I like to ask, what if Omnibus Volume 1 and Fantastic Four Volume 3 are delayed everywhere, or only in the UK, and Aliens 2? Aliens 2 is super delayed. Aliens 2, I believe, is now November. Fantastic Four Volume 3, I haven't gotten my copy yet. I don't know if I'm getting one because I don't get everything, but I think that that one is September. I thought it was September 1st. Is it the 8th now? Let me double check. I know that it was pushed back until the 1st, and it might be pushed back further now. It looks like September 8th now. I do have Fantastic Four Volume 4, and that one comes out on the 8th. But I got that 2 weeks ago, but I don't have Volume 3, so I'm thinking maybe that might get delayed. I don't know yet. But it's not just you guys; it's everywhere. It's everywhere. How would DC number their epic style collections if they keep rebooting their universes? You follow it, man. You just follow that line. You follow Batman, right? Like, let's say, oh my goodness, never mind. That's a dumb idea. Well, I don't know. Marvel started with the Silver Age, right? DC could do the same. Maybe they could start with the Bronze Age, or they could start with post-crisis. Forquan, thank you, brother. Congratulations, near mint condition. Omar, my hermano. Much love from Malaysia. Man, much love back to you, brother. Wait, there was a funny thing. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Better place from here. That sounds like an understatement. I am in a better place, man. Life is good. Are you reading The Nice House by the Lake? I heard it's really good. I read the first issue. It is solid. It's probably one of my favorite first issues I've read in a long time. Omar, haven't gotten into Titans. Can I start with Jeff Johns' Titans Omnibus? Is good jumping on point. You sure can, yeah. My Titans that I grew up with was New Teen Titans by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. But John's run on Titans is superb. Honestly, you can't go wrong with John's. Like, there's maybe one book I can think of that, to me, never really lived up to the John standard. But I'm still going to get the absolute edition of it. Bricks of Fury, thank you for the super chat, my brother. Love your channel. Has given me so much great information and joy. Keep up the good work. Also, have you read Superman Man of Tomorrow? I did. I read that back in February. And it's one of my top 10 favorite reads of the year. It is so good. No, wait. That's Up in the Sky. I have not read Man of Tomorrow yet. So, no, I haven't. Thank you for asking me, though, and reminding me that I need to read that. Omar doesn't like digital because he's a material girl in a material world. True. This is fact. I'm not a fan of digital. Let me see. Diamond still has September 1st for What If, but September 8th for FF Volume 3. Yeah, I have my copy of What If. I'll be doing an overview of that. So that one you all should still get everywhere. How good was the Immortal Iron Fist run? Not gonna lie, I'm on Kung Fu Marvel Fighter's face. Solid, man. It's regarded as one of the best runs. You're talking about the Brubaker and Matt Fraction. Yeah, so good, man. I think you know, nostalgia speaks for me when I say the Chris Claremont and John Byrne Iron Fist is superb, though. Doc Holliday, the man that got me in trouble with everybody because I rated Batman a 6 out of 10 detective. Hey, Omar, have read the 2 trade paperbacks, Talon Volume 1, Scourge of the Owls, and Talon Volume 2, Fall of the Owls. Great follow-up on Court of Owls. I'm surprised we don't have a big collection of those, honestly. For as popular as Talon was back then, I'm surprised we don't have them. And I like those. I like those books. Not a lot of people talked about them, though. You talking about Doomsday Clock? Yeah, I'm talking about Doomsday Clock. That's one that it's okay. And it could just be okay because, you know, to me, Watchmen is something that just needs to be left alone. Hear what you're saying, Omar. I divorced myself from reality a while ago, and all my personalities have never been happier. There you go. Say side more. Spider-Man 2099 Omnibus, is it coming? I don't know, man. I haven't heard about that one. It's my #1 most wanted Marvel Omnibus, though. Oh my God, no, Barath. Have you read Humanoids Millennium? It's like Sherlock Holmes meets sci-fi and European folklore around the first millennium. I have not, but that sounds awesome. Huge fan of humanoid books. I did actually like an overview of all my humanoid books on the channel. Paul Blart Mall Cop. You know, I've never seen that movie. Omar, just completed my Absolute Sandman and Ultimate Invincible collection. Also, Usagi Yojimbo Origin. Thanks for introducing me to this world. Thank you for the super chat, Paul. And thank you for enjoying the things that I have suggested. That's what matters, right? As long as you like them. That's what's important. Then you can branch out and find the things that you do like. Start following different creators. That's the beauty of all this, right? You start looking at the credits. You're like, oh, who's the artist that did that one book I really liked? Who's the writer that wrote that? I'm going to see what else they did. I love that. I love that about this medium, man. I'm not a fan of digital, he says, on a digital platform. Right. It's my age, man. It's my age. I'm not opposed to reading it or hating on anybody that reads digitally. I haven't read the new Batman books. I haven't read 89 yet. Although I really want to. I'm waiting on that collected edition, which I think was pushed back too. Hey, Omar, been a while. What's up, man? How you doing? Out of all the Conan Omnis, what is your favorite volume so far? Volume 2 of the original Marvel years. I love it. Just when Big John was just firing on all cylinders. And Kurt Busiek's Omnibus is phenomenal. Phenomenal. How is the Michelini McFarlane Spider-Man run? It's a lot of fun. People were asking me why I left it out of my like beginners books or like where to start reading Spider-Man. And it's because it's the tail end of a story that's wrapping up, and then you get the whole. I think it's a better place to start reading Venom. So whenever I do a Venom reading or best places to start reading Venom, that will definitely be on there. We are getting a thick trade of Talon, though, the one by Tynion. Yeah, that's what I thought. Good morning, Omar. Congrats on the 50K. Out of all the Jeff Johns Green Lantern Omnibus volumes, which one was your favorite and why? Volume 1. Don't get me wrong, I love Blackest Night. I think it was great, but Volume 1 had Rebirth. Some of my favorite quotes come from Rebirth. Like when the Parallax is like, you know, just slamming on him, asking him why he can't just stay down, why, you know, why can't you just give up? And Hal just says, I don't know how. Oh my God, I love that line. That line speaks to me, man. And then the Sinestro Corps War. Like that issue 25 of Green Lantern is like top 10 favorite comics of all time. Love the ending of that. What do I think of Charles Soule's run? I never finished reading it. I can tell you I enjoyed the first half, and what I really liked about it was the artwork by Ron Garney. That stood out to me. He was really experimenting on a lot of different things. But it was good. It was good. It was a lot different than Mark Waid's run. It's like back to the dark and gritty of Daredevil. Hi, Omar. Hi, everyone. Any news on an Excalibur Volume 1 restock? You all know we barely got any copies in Europe. Spanish, Amazon's listed December 29th, but it looks like a mistake. Love from Portugal. Oh, man. I haven't heard about that one, but I will keep asking. You know, especially since we have a Volume 2 coming out later this year. It would be a good time to reprint the first one. Omar, are you going to do a Starman compendium review? And if so, when? As soon as I get my copy. I think it was delayed. My copy was supposed to come in last week, but it's coming 2 weeks from now, it looks like, just looking at my schedule. So as soon as I get it, I promise. It's one of my favorite stories. Of course I am. And then I'll probably be giving that away. So yes, if you're just now joining in, thank you all so much for being a part of this channel, celebrating 50,000 subscribers. That's crazy. I woke up this morning, we have 50,000 subscribers. It's been a wild ride, man. So in celebration, we are going to be giving some things away. We'll have a big giveaway. Plan that out probably in the next few weeks. It'll be on a Saturday. We'll let everybody know ahead of time, and we'll leave some prizes like we always do for people that can't make it to the live. But it'll be a live giveaway, so everybody get your thinking caps on. It's a lot of fun, and it's open to international water, so anybody can participate. And we will be taking super chats because international shipping is expensive. But thank you all. Tell us, when is Volume 2 coming out? I know you know. Of which book, man? Oh, X Factor. Peter David X Factor Omnibus. Sure looks like it's going to be 2 volumes based on the image they're using on the spines. I mean, if the second volume by Peter David, though, would be X Factor Investigations, those lines really wouldn't match up, right? I love it. I love X Factor Investigations. I was hoping they would do, you know, X Factor and collect also the John Francis Moore stuff, the Howard Mackie stuff. But, you know, with this mapping and the way that they have it labeled, Volume 1, my way of thinking is that Volume 2 will be X Factor Investigations. Wonder if you're... if I went to see the Suicide Squad. I did. I went to see it with my brothers, man. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. ¿Tú eres de Perú, hermano? Yo nací en Perú. I recently watched your interview with Peter David. I met him when he came to Peru once. What a great guy. Yeah, he was a little bit grumpy that day because it was cold, but he opened up to me as soon as I mentioned Fallen Angels. So I think that was the moment when he realized I wasn't just a guy asking for an interview. I was also a fanboy. Any news on the Marvel box sets coming? Spider-Man deserves it. Still in the works, man. Still in the works. We need another Volume 1 Spider-Man reprint. I'm not trying to pay. Just wait, man. Don't pay that much. Unless you got it, right? If you got it, then you do what you need to do with your money. You're a grown man, I assume. Did Chip Zdarsky and Nick Spencer get kicked off their books because of Substack? I don't think so. I think that was just planned. They're planning to doing another renumbering. Because when I talked to Chip Zdarsky, he said he had ideas up to issue 50 of Daredevil, or 50 issues worth of stuff. So hopefully it just means that it will be coming back as another volume. I am looking for fan art, Final Shadow, but my wife is the one that usually does it, and I cannot find it. So next week we will show it, Arthur. Promise, okay? By the way, if you do want to send us fan art, let me pull this up. If you want to send it digitally, that is nearmintcolin@gmail.com. If you want to send us donations or whatever it is you want to send us, this is our P.O. Box, Near Mint Condition, P.O. Box 1678, Versailles, Kentucky, 40383. And speaking of stuff, oh man, let's see. I got a big box from my buddy Kyle. You all know Kyle because I call it the Kyle Pile. He hooked me up with some stuff this week. Oh man, this is crazy. So a few years back, oh no, dude. Okay, so a few years back, he got me an awesome Dreamcast that I can play with the HDMI, and then this copy of Xenogears here. This is the new this is 2.0, I believe is what it is. It's got a new translation and new dungeons. My wife's favorite game of all time. Like, she loves Xenogears. This is crazy. So this is Nightmare on Elm Street, the TV series, the complete Freddy's Nightmares, and then Garfield and Friends. This is on Blu-ray, man. That's what's up. Thank you, Kyle. Hold on. Done. Because he also got me Kyle Pile, baby. That's what we call it. Donnie Darko, one of my favorite films. This is awesome. And this is the 4K of Donnie Darko. You know, Richard Kelly, I wasn't a fan of, what was the next movie he did? The Southland Tales, I think is what he did. Are we sure Kyle isn't David Gabriel? No. He's not. Neither am I. Lord of the Rings, the motion picture trilogy in 4K. This is awesome. Comes with a little ring in there. Was not expecting that, man. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, he got the Scurry hardcovers, books 1 and 2. So I know I got those. I've got the box set from the creator. So if it's cool with him, I'll be putting these in the giveaway for sure. And this is cool. This is the True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys Library Edition. If you're a fan of Umbrella Academy, you need to check that out. They're not fictional; they're real people. And this is cool. He got me the Bounty Hunters little box set for my bookshelf in the Star Wars section. Very cool. Let's got Jango Fett. And my favorite thing that he sent, man, this is crazy. Because I had forgotten about this. This is the Indiana Jones, the 4K collection. Yes, Crystal Skull's in here, but I don't care. The Last Crusade is my favorite. Yes, Kyle's not David Gabriel, and neither am I. It sounds like something David Gabriel would say. I promise. But it's Kyle Chip Zdarsky. Now, Kyle's a really good dude, man. He's a good dude. He has been, and he's introduced me to a lot of books that I've not I've never heard of. So a lot of the books I end up putting in my hidden gems. See, Raiders is my OG. I love Raiders too, but Last Crusade, man, you had Sean Connery in there. It's my favorite. I love that movie. And then this is from Fear Agent of X. So we got some things for the giveaway. He said, do with as you wished. I will be keeping this, though, Deconstructing the Incal. So this is the ultimate guide to the Incal. Oh, dude. Indiana Jones Jr. was good, too. So the book's The World of Edena. And this is Mobius. He knows I'm a huge Mobius fan. And this, I can't believe he sent me this. I thought I was the only one that knew what this was. A Cockeyed Menagerie. Oh, man. This book is beautiful. I did I pulled this book a few months ago. I got it. Maybe back in December. If you look at my December, January haul. This artwork, oh, my God. It's freaking phenomenal. Just phenomenal. It's the artwork of T.S. Sullivan. And it's all his strips and just like rare art that he did. There are some adult things in here, but not very much. But I mean, look at the detail. And each one, they're all separated by different years. Like this is like 1908 to 1913. Amazing. So this will be part of the giveaway for sure. And then I can't believe he did this. This is cool. So he got me the Umbrella Academy. But it's the Umbrella Academy slipcase editions of Volume 2 and Volume 1 because I said, well, now I got to go and buy the Umbrella Academy slipcase editions because he got me in Volume 3. So it's Volume 1 and Volume 2 slipcase. So thank you so much, man. And I'll be happy to donate the other stuff to our giveaway. This is Fear Agent of X, man. Thank you so much, dude. Yes, there will be an international giveaway. Well, a giveaway for people that live everywhere. It doesn't matter where you live. Everybody, oh my gosh, doesn't matter where you live. Anybody can enter. I'm so shocked no one else has said it. We need a Daredevil reprint by Frank Miller. I need to read that book. I think part of that is because it's been reprinted twice, so it's had 3 printings. So that's probably part of the reason why a lot of them already own it, why it didn't make it to our top 20. But you know, I'm thinking probably next year the top 20 is going to be a lot different. Yeah, man, that T.S. Sullivan book is beautiful. Go back and look at my overview and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's an expensive book too. It's not cheap. But it's like one of my favorite things I bought at the beginning of the year. The giveaways are rigged, but still fun. They are super rigged. Everyone's related to me. Oh, that is the rule. You cannot be related to any of us on the channel. Sorry, mommy, puppy, aunties. Yeah, you can't be related to us, but as long as you're a subscriber, you are more than welcome to enter. Omar, do you recommend reading Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man by Peter David complete collection? I've never read it. Yeah, it's good, man. It's got artwork by Mike Wieringo in there too. I think his last artwork is in that book. Some of his last artwork. Well, now I regret calling you Papa the whole time. That's right, Max. You cannot enter. Is the giveaway US only? It is not, man. It is not. The giveaway is open to everybody. And Daredevil by Frank Miller just recently started in the Masterworks, and they look gorgeous. Like, N-Man knows that the Masterworks is where they go to touch up the artwork to get it the best looking way possible. So I know that not a lot of people, notice the differences, but there are some differences. Uncle Omar, Mark Waid is rumored to come back to DC in 2022. What title do you want him to write? JSA. Good Lord, I miss JSA in my life. That title is phenomenal. And I just want a return of some of those characters, man. Walt, okay, have to leave. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. Congrats again, Omar. 100,000 next. One day, man. Gradual growth. I'm good with that. Hey, Omar, any more breaking news next week from Marvel's 2022 spring catalog? Oh, for people worried about so many books in the spring catalog, those books more than likely are going to get moved around. They'll still come out next year, but I think some will probably shift in the schedule. So don't freak out that there's like 50 books or something coming out in spring. They realize they have other seasons, but things will probably be moved around. Arjun, does Marvel Secret Wars 1984 have an omnibus, or is there only a paperback? Just curious. They do have an omnibus. I remember I fought that omnibus for the reason that a lot of you fought like the Donny Cates Cosmic Omnibus. I remember thinking, I am not going to pay $100 for 12 issues. This is ridiculous. But in the end, they won, man, because bought that in Volume 2. Volume 2 is crazy because Volume 1 has 12. It's got a total of like 14 issues because it also has, I think, Fantastic Four in there or something else. But then Volume 2 of Secret Wars 2 is huge because it has every freaking crossover, like all the tie-ins are in there. Hey, Omar, did Marvel ever show you that Greg Land cover for Dr. Doom Omnibus? Yeah, man. We put it as soon as we got it. We put it on our social media. Looks. Actually, I really dig it. When are we getting a ASM Volume 4 reprint? I would say odds are in 2022 sometime, man. Probably sometime in 2022. Hi, Omar. What happened to the segments with Amanda? Didn't see her in the other channel too. She is on maternity leave. The rumor is that when women get pregnant, the third trimester is always the roughest. That's what I've heard. And I've been married to a woman, and the third trimester is always the roughest. But I think her baby is due out in a couple months. So yeah, she's taking a break. In the meantime, Oldfell and I are going to be reviewing stuff. Like she went to go see she got to go see Shang-Chi, Master Kung Fu already. So that's crazy. Like she saw it last week, I think she saw it. She got to sit next to she got to meet some of the stars, including some guest stars that made a cameo in this that she was wondering what they were doing there. So that's awesome. So we'll be reviewing that, and then the first 3 episodes of What If when the next episode comes out. So Wednesday night, probably. Really enjoy seeing you back in local comic shops again. So fun, dude. Me too. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to go just back out there, even with restrictions, even limiting people in the store. It was a lot of fun, and I'm glad we got to do it, and I want to keep doing it. So, baby's due out. Sounds like you're talking about an Omni release. No, I'm talking about a living human being, man. Any other old segments returning soon? Yes, tomorrow, Captain Phasma. I'm bringing back the retro views. talking about the different versions of Y the Last Man. I'll be comparing it to the Omnibus, to the Absolute, to the oversized hardcovers, to the trade paperbacks. How does Oldfell feel about Buffy suplexing a truck, asking for important questions? That is a good question. I'm all about that, though. Although I didn't finish the second episode yet. Wasn't really digging the animation. So excited to see it. 50K. Happy 50K. Thank you. Yeah, you need to stop calling me brother, because then that's it, man. You can't enter the contest. I'm kidding, man. Omar, what's coming back? The retro views, hidden gems. I brought that back, and then I got the, that other segment I'm doing. Oh, the reading orders comes back not next Monday, but the following Monday on the 30th or the 31st. They'll be out by then. Buff Peggy equals Buffy. I'm on board with that. Dude, I'm on board with that nickname right there. No Varg out here rigging giveaways. Man, the giveaways aren't rigged. If you ever watched any of our giveaways, they are a headache. But now, I believe StreamYard has made it easier. Thank you so much for the super chat, Rampezer. Oh my gosh. Do you think the Demon Slayer box set will be delayed, or will it come out on time? It looks to be out still on time, but I've got mine on pre-order during Amazon Day. I think they had it for like $120 something, maybe less. Can't remember, but I hope it's not delayed. I'll ask Viz though. I do have a contact at Viz. I could ask him. Congrats on 50K. Thank you for the super chat, Frazier. Time has flown by. Quick question: can one begin reading Dracula while missing the first Omni or trade? Yeah, you can. You can, man. You don't need to have read the other stuff to enjoy the stories that are happening in volume 2. So you're good, man. Has Identity Crisis ever been released in oversized hardcover format? In the Lux edition, yes, because I used to have it. Yes. Do I still have it? Can't remember if I still have it or not. No, not the Lux edition. I'm sorry, standard size hardcover. It's been absolute standard size hardcover, but not the Lux edition. I'm looking at my standard size hardcover. Can't wait for your Halloween horror comics video this year. Yeah, man. It'd be a lot of fun. I love that time of year. Hey, Omar, can you do another top 10 Marvel videos for new readers? Yeah, I try to be cautious when I did the top 10 Marvel Omnis for new readers. Oh my God. Clearing my throat. And DC Omnis for new readers, because at the time when I was doing those, I was making sure that those books were in print. Because that I hate recommending something, and then when people are like, "Oh my gosh, I need to go find it," and then they go online and they're like, "Oh my God, it's $300." Yeah, so I try to at least include them while they're still in print, but that's hard to do nowadays because things go in and out of print all the time. Omar, are you located in Ohio? I see a lot of stores you went to were in Cincinnati. Yeah, we did the Cincinnati trip. No, we are in Kentucky, man. We are in Kentucky. But really close to Ohio. Hi, Omar. Regarding the Thor Omni reprint, or just the Thor Omnibus book, then by Jason Aaron. Do we need the second volume too, or War of the Realms cover it? Greetings from Austria. No, War of the Realms doesn't cover everything. You would need another one. You would need a volume 2. Had to watch the Free Comic Book Day episode in installments. I actually had motion sickness watching it and had no idea what could happen. Yeah, so we bought a gimbal to stabilize the camera, but I don't know if y'all remember when I gave about a month or so ago, about a month and a half. So thank you to our patrons. We bought a new 4K camera, and of course, with the new 4K camera, the gimbal that we had doesn't work. So I had to shoulder it. But I'm sorry, man. I hope what's up, Justin? How you doing, brother? Hope the next video segments will be better. And thank you for watching it though, the whole thing. I hope you're doing well, brother. Hey Omar, you said in your video you left comics for a while. Why? Just thought I was growing up, and I thought the definition of growing up was leaving behind childish things. Had other interest, going out on dates. I was going to college. I wasn't happy with the X-Men, where the stories were going. This was the time. That's why I think Onslaught really symbolizes that era for me. Like that's the era where I quit reading comics, was Onslaught. The issue of Professor Xavier leaving was it X-Men 57, I think, was my final issue. And from time to time, I was still hopping to a comic shop to see what was going on, to look at it, and to look at the books. It's like keeping it was like keeping up with an ex-girlfriend. Like, you want to know, but you don't want to know. Like, I would go and check on comics, and I was like, "What's the X-Men up to? What's up? What's up?" No, I don't want to know. I don't need to know. I don't need to know. It's gonna hurt my feelings. But that's the way I felt. But then I came back, man. Like 2000 and towards the end of 2002 and the beginning of 2003 is when I came back, and I stayed for good. With the anniversary of Spider-Man next year, do you think we'll get a Ben Reilly Omni Volume 1? Woo! I had never thought I'd live in a world where people are demanding a Ben Reilly Omnibus reprint. That's awesome. I love that. I love the change, man, in this. So, I don't know. Perhaps they'll do it. Bring the manga tour. It's a small video. Oh my gosh, dude. The manga tour is just as big as my freaking graphic novel tour. It's huge. It's an hour long. So we're going to do, Melanie and I have decided that we're going to do 2 more tours. We're going to do one tour of the 2021 tour of the books that we have down here, and then the manga tour. And then the next tour will be at our new house next year, whenever we get it. That new house is something that we both have been doing, saving, and talking about. Oh my gosh. And things always happen to postpone it for the last 8 years. Plan was to stay in this house for 6 years. We've been here since 2006. So hopefully we'll get there. Did you double dip when the Dark Phoenix Saga Omni came out last year? No, that came out a long time ago. Yeah. No, it was a dark. Okay, so back in the day, this is a throwback to the old guard here, for anybody that collected these books back in the day. But there was an Uncanny X-Men Omnibus 1, and no talks, no rumors, nothing of a Volume 2. And we didn't know if we were ever going to get a Volume 2. So what Marvel did was release a Dark Phoenix oversized hardcover with the untold Dark Phoenix story. And we thought that was it. We thought, well, maybe this is the way they're going to do it. And I still fought it. I said, no, I know that a Volume 2 will come. There's a Volume 1 on the spine. This is my, innocent way of thinking back then. And a Volume 2 finally came, but that was years later. But no, I did not double dip and get the Dark Phoenix Saga, because I already had that in omnibus format. I just got, thank you for the super chat, John. I just got the John's Flash Omni, and in the back of Volume 1 has a bunch of paper in a corner. Does that yours do that? Can I send you a pic? Send me a pic. I think I know what you're talking about. That's probably a printer error. I've had that happen before with, I think it was my Venom Omnibus. I think that's what it was. But yeah, that's something that is sadly, I think, a printer error. Thank you for the super sticker, Jail. I can't show it what it is, but people in the chat can see what it is. What Hellblazer Omni would you like to see next? Oh, man, good question. I want them to go back to the beginning. So, I want them to go back to the beginning. So, Delano. But I would like a Mike Carey one, too. Some good. They never no, it was never in the catalog. So any word on Volume 3 of Mester Loeb's Wonder Woman? Negative, man. I did not see it. What I did see in the catalog was Flash, but it got pulled. Identity Crisis did get a deluxe. Okay, not one of my favorite stories, so I just had it in hardcover format. Art Walker, thank you for the super chat. Is your name actually Omar Gabriel, son of David Gabriel? What's funny is that actually happened when the printers were sending me books from the printer. Because before the shutdown, before all of this, the way that it worked was Marvel had a division that they would get books from the printer, and then Marvel from New York would send me the books. Now I get them directly from the printer. or sometimes David. Uh, and for some reason on file for the first like 2 weeks, the printer had my name as Omar Gabriel. So I took a picture of it. I texted David. I said, does this mean that I get like you can put me on your insurance plan and you get to claim me on your taxes? But he had that change. So that is funny. That actually did happen. Every fanboy our age can relate when someone says the reason they stopped reading comics for a while was Onslaught. I think it was a good mark. It was a good way to say goodbye for a while. But I'm glad I'm back. And I went back and read all those issues I missed. Oh, man. There were some bad ones, but then there were some gold in there. Hey, Omar, what's your most anticipated upcoming collected edition? Oh, so many, man. But New Warriors, Volume 2, the fact that I got to announce that, the fact that I joked about it, the fact that it actually came and now it's a real thing and it will be in my hands one day. And it's that also signifies my accomplishments with the channel. You know, I think I talked about announcing that book. When I announced that book, I said whenever Marvel reached out to me, I had 5 goals I wanted, and that's one of them was get that book printed. Because, you know, it symbolizes a lot. It symbolizes how much the channel has come. And I couldn't have done it by myself, you know. Everyone that has helped with the channel, my wonderful wife, the original crew that is Nearman Collective, Maddie for still doing old reader, new reader on here, and Amanda, of course, for doing the movie reviews with me. But it's just that symbolizes how much of an impact I've had in collected editions. Because I never talk about it, I never think about it, you know. But the fact that that book comes out, whether it sells or not, I hope it does. It's just, it means a lot to me. Omar, do you think that the Thor Jason Aaron Volume 2 will include the main War of the Realms mini? That's something I've been asked before. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Okay. Here's me. I don't know. I don't work for Marvel. That is a goal. But one day, actually, DC is the one that needs help. I would love to work for DC, but that's another story. Here's the thing. If I were marketing, no way would I include that in there. Like, think about it, right? Because you know how completists are. I know the completist brain. I have to have the story. And if I have to have the story, it means I have to go and buy this $125 omnibus to complete my Jason Aaron set, then I'm going to do that. That's just the way I think. And other people think like that. So I don't think they would include it for that, but it could surprise me because it is crucial to that story, to that arc of, I mean, everything from his beginning of Jason Aaron's run on Thor was building up to War of the Realms. So I don't know. I'm 50-50, man. I would hope they include it, but from a marketing standpoint, from, you know, like logically thinking about it, I don't think they will. Is there music playing on the end? Yeah, man. My buddy Gio. Big shout out to my buddy Gio, who a week in geekdom told me that I should play movie or music in the background, make it a little more a little more calming in here, a little more soothing. So yeah. Every night I wake up in a cold sweat thinking that Clone Saga went on long enough for a third thick Omni. 4 Omnis of the Clone Saga. Can you believe it? What was supposed to be, 6-10 issues, I think is all that story was supposed to be, the Return of the Clone. It went for like 2 or 3 years. I can't hear music at all. Okay, dude, what's up, Joe Chip? Sorry, he's a good guy right here. I haven't seen him for a while. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing all right. Fernando Teles, what a good question. Will the Robin reading order cover all Robins? I thought about it. I thought about sticking with just Tim Drake since he has the most collected. And then I decided to do with all the Robins. You know, I have to fly by them, so I can't focus on everything as much as I want to. Or that video would be 2 hours, but it's focusing on Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake. I'm gonna even put Stephanie in there because she rightly deserves to be in there. Not that she was in there a lot. And then, of course, Damien. No alternate reality, so no Kelly. But, yeah, man. Who's your favorite DC character? Nightwing. Nightwing's my favorite DC character. And group, New Teen Titans, man. Love the New Teen Titans. Love the New Teen Titans. What's up, Corey? Do you think omnibuses are good investments in terms of them becoming worth a lot someday, like the vintage action figure market, for example? Do you see them as investments as well? No. On my channel, I never ever tell people to buy these books as investments. Tell them to open them up and read them. I don't care if they're limited editions. I don't care if they're signed editions. That's what my channel, I hope, has been about. Never about investments, because it's a gamble whenever you're spending retail price of $100 to $150 on these books, and then you're also limited to space. How many of these books can you like? Say you order 10 copies of Uncanny X-Men Volume 1. All right, let's do that. Now you got to put them somewhere, and on top of that, let's say, let's just round it up. You paid $1,000 for these. When and where do you sell them? How long before an announcement comes that the book will be reprinted? It's a gamble. I mean, you got to if you think about it logically, these are reprints. These books have already been printed in single issue format years ago or last year, depending on what book it is. But you're just selling on reprints. And yeah, I don't suggest it. I mean, everybody, there are channels that I know have suggested, because people have come over here from those channels and have asked me my opinion. And my opinion is never go into these things as investments. You can make them heirlooms, give them to your kids or whatever. I mean, and if you're getting out of the game, you can sell them. But never do I tell anybody to buy these things as investments. Hey, Omar, do you think DC will ever reprint the Dark Knight Detective and Cape Crusader trade paperbacks? God, I hope so, man. I hope so. Because they need to reprint those. And those are as close to the Marvel Epic Collections as DC has come, even though they leave out things like Year 2 and Death in the Family, things like that. You mean my FF Volume 1 Omnibus isn't worth anything? Is a 2008 vintage? Yeah, I mean, if you want to sell it. But yeah, but you see my point, right? I mean, well, people have issues with spines these days, so perhaps, you can sell your original spines and get at least cover for them, perhaps. I don't know. Cody, I haven't been reading Nightwing. I've read the first issue digitally, and I haven't been caught up. I didn't realize August 1961 was so pricey, but I guess it took a lot. That is exactly why. And I love the paper that they use. I finally got my copy. I'll be doing an overview of that sometime this week. One of my top most wanted Batman omnis, man, is a Legends of the Dark Knight omnibus. I would love that. You got so many good stories in there, man. You got Venom. There's a lot of Morrison Milligan stories in there. I would love that stuff. Omar, did you get the new 52 anniversary deluxe? I didn't, man. I'm not a big fan of those I call them sampler books, where like they give us an issue number 1. So, I met Streamlab. Thank you so much, Ipsy. Thank you. I wish I could get a moderator to show the super chats. That would be cool. They haven't done that yet. I missed the super chat from my buddy DBC All Stars. That's impossible. Let me go back. Let me see how far I can go back. And by all means, DBC All Stars, my dude, can you ask again? Let me make sure I get it. Make sure I got it. Good morning, Omar. There it is. I pray you and your family are well. Thank you for the super chat, my brother. I don't know if you did, but I ended up supporting the She Omnibus campaign now in OHC. Yeah, you're welcome, man. I remember when I interviewed him, he was like, what's the difference between a standard size hardcover? Because I showed him, luckily I had books with me, and I said, see, this is standard size, it's smaller. You need to go oversized. People would like that more. So I'm hoping that shows everybody else that has a Kickstarter that bigger is better in terms of books. Omar needs a super secretary executive assistant. It's coming. I need one, man. You're right. check that August 1961 Omnibus. There's a boatload of older non-superhero stuff in there. Yes, it is definitely like a throwback, and a lot of that stuff has never been collected. A lot of that stuff has never seen, restoration. So it's really cool. Marvel Guy 1970s. Thank you, man. Congrats on the 50K. Thank you. Omar, when would you say there was a huge wave of new readers? 2020 brought in a lot of new people. Not just to this channel, but just to readership. The sales of graphic novels were insane. I looked at numbers of the book industry, and it's crazy how many graphic novels were in the top 50 were Dogman. That's my daughter's favorite comic, by the way, Dogman. 13 of the top 50 best-selling graphic novels in 2020 were Dogman. And not I'm talking all of them. It was crazy. The top 13. No, Rebel by Design, you're not fired. You're still here. Hello, Omar. I've noticed that many DC Omnis are going to for big discounts, whereas Marvel Omnis usually have small discount. Why is that, in your opinion? Well, it depends on where you get your books, right? If you get your books through Amazon, sometimes they have bigger discounts on DC books. Marvel, they usually have a standard discount on Marvel books. And if you don't want to shop at Amazon, don't forget to check out cheapgraphicnovels.com. You can get books up to 50% off. And they give you free shipping for your first order if you use near mint condition at the checkout. And books up to 50% off, and their Nick and Dent sale should be coming around. That's what I was told. And that's cheapgraphicnovels.com, and they can do pre-orders now. Omar, I ain't gonna lie. I've got a ton of Patsy Walker comics. I'm gonna figure out a way to grab that 1961 Omnibus. Dude. It's Chris Balgo. What's up, buddy? Omar, I'm on the fence of Matt Fraction's run on Thor. Somebody just asked me the exact same question earlier. It wasn't my favorite run. I love the artwork. And I did like Fear itself, which is included in there for the first time in oversized hardcover format. I wasn't the biggest fan of Fraction's Thor. I'm just being honest. I know people really liked it. I was hoping they would do a Kieran Gillen run, but I get it. With Fraction's run, they have a lot to throw in there. You also get a little bit of Journey into Mystery by Gillen. I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those 2020 guys. Omar has been worse for my wallet than my wife. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Omar, would you recommend Walking Dead to someone who likes Hellblazer and Preacher? It's a lot different. Hellblazer and Preacher to me are up here high. Walking Dead. Look, I'll be honest. To me, Walking Dead was fun. It was never good. Does that make sense? But it was fun. It was a fun read. I wanted to see how these people died, because you never knew who was going to die next. And I know a lot of people love The Walking Dead, but to me, it just felt like, take it or leave it. So when it ended, a lot of people were upset, and I was just like, well, all right. Yeah. How much longer can you do that? How much longer can you write up these characters and build them up to kill them off? I think there are better stories done in that fashion. What you need to check out is books like Lucifer. Lucifer would be a better fit for you, man. Or even Books of Magic. Books of Magic is excellent, and that can lead you into the path of Sandman, but I'm sure you've read Sandman if you've read Hellblazer and Preacher. It's okay, man. You got here just in time, Chris. Do you think DC should offer variants for their Omnis like Marvel, or stick with the one cover? I really think it's up to DC. They haven't shown a lot of love. See, the whole variant thing started because that's a way for collectors to go back to comic shops, to go and support local comic book shops, to go and support these online places that sell direct market stuff. That's the direct market love that Marvel has shown. DC is kind of, and this is facts. This isn't just me speculating numbers or anything. This is just facts. Whereas DC has taken a step back from the direct market relationship they had. The first thing they did was get away from Diamond. No more Diamond. So from now on, they're using Lunar and PRH. PRH, of course, being their book market. But they killed their direct. They used to have a retail Facebook group. It's gone. So Facebook group for the retail stores are gone. And on top of that, Marvel lets the direct market release books 2 weeks beforehand, right? So you feel extra special going to a comic book store before somebody that buys it from like Amazon. Whereas DC decided to cut that out and say from now on, all DC books are released on the same day, no matter where you get it. So it seems like they have distanced themselves from that relationship with retailers. And there are several articles. Like, again, I'm just spitting out facts. I'm not making things up. There are several articles written by people that own retail shops about the treatment that DC has shown them and their stores. It's like they want them gone. They want the comic book stores, local comic shops extinct, which sucks. So would they ever do a variant? Probably not anytime soon, but maybe one day. Oh, DVC All-Star. Quick question. Which store is my favorite to visit on Free Comic Book Day tour? Which store had the best selections so far? Was it Queens Comics? Like, that one was really fun. But honestly, the most fun I had was at the Toy Arc, man. I was a kid at the candy store just looking back at those old toys. I love that place. I'm disturbed by the lack of Hawkman content. I am too. I was looking at my Hawkman books, and then I couldn't find my, like, Robert Venditti Hawkman books. I have no idea if I let somebody borrow those or not, or they're in a box somewhere. Hey, Omar, I heard that something called an Ask Me Anything is going to be happening, tomorrow at noon on our Patreon. Is that an event for near mint condition or something? Could you explain it a bit for me? Thanks, buddy. We have a Patreon with different tiers, different reward system, and one of the rewards, one of the tiers is the Ask Me Anything tier. It's exclusive where anything goes, and anything does go. It's a lot of fun, and I think it's at the $7.77 tier, and then the replay is at the $5 tier. But there's different tiers. We started at $1, and then we have one more slot open for the one-on-one with me, Uncanny Omar. So check out our Patreon. The link is in the description. What's up, Joey? How are you doing, buddy? How are you doing during this difficult time? I'm doing good, man. Head strong. I'm doing good, brother. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well, man. Things are good. We just got 50K. You got to look at the wins in life. We just got the 50,000. That's crazy. And we'll be doing a proper 50,000 celebration giveaway sometime in the next couple of weeks. So make sure you're subscribed. Omar, what is Jane Foster Saga of Valkyrie hardcover? Is it OHC? Because there's also Jane Foster Saga of Mighty Thor trade paperback. Both are listed on Amazon. I know the Saga of Valkyrie is deluxe hardcover. I actually found that one. I found that one, man. That was cool. I did a little bit of fishing. Daredevil by Frank Miller Omni has the most unique spine of all Marvel books. Would any reprint of that? Oh, because it has the little thing that comes off. Yeah, I have the first printing of that and the companion. I didn't get Elektra. I got the Elektra second printing, but my original first printing, it's not a full dust jacket. It's that gimmicky dust jacket. I love it. Omar, would you recommend waiting for reading Lone Wolf and Cub until deluxe edition solicited by Dark Horse? Have you heard? I haven't heard of it, man. I wish they would. I love that book. Do I recommend waiting? No, not if you have access to it. You should totally read it ASAP. It's so good. Omar, do you have any insight into TOW? I don't, brother. I pre-ordered through them and then IST. Their partner still ended up telling me that the book I pre-ordered was sold out at the distributor. What? I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I hope you get it, though. If not there, at least somewhere. What's up, AllTV? Thank you for the super chat. Omar, did you just say Batman 89 is getting collected edition? I just bought a subscription from DC. Yes, I think it comes out next year. It was pushed back till next year, and I think it's a deluxe hardcover is what we're getting first. But then again, it's DC solicits, so take that as you will. 1240 is usually a difficult time for me, too. For what? What are we doing at 1240? What's a difficult time at 1240? What's up, buddy? Hey, Omar. Oh, I get you, joke, Tevon. I got you. I'm curious how the one-on-one thing goes. It's a lot of fun, man. It's me. It's a 30-minute sit down, which usually lasts a little bit longer if you know me or anybody that's been in that tier, where I talk to somebody one-on-one. We talk about mapping. We talk about whatever really, suggestions on books and things like that. And it's one-on-one, kind of like this, but it's FaceTime or not FaceTime. I use StreamYard, but it's a one-on-one private conversation. But thank you for asking, Ryan. Partial dust jacket, so probably those designed by Cheap Kid. Oh, his designs are awesome, man. No, I got you. It took me a minute to get it. It's not your fault, Tevon. Do you think we might see some Daredevil Omni reprints in the near future? Probably, yeah. There's a lot that are out of print, huh? There are a lot of that. Claudio, thank you for the suit for this, man. Hey, Omar, congrats on 50K. You deserve it. Hey, something killing the children any good. That deluxe looks nice. Yeah, it was one of my favorite reads in 2020, and I loved it. And I'm waiting for that deluxe because I stopped getting the trade paperbacks as soon as I found out. I'll tell you what needs an omnibus. Batman Beyond. I mean, come on, DC, show Terry some love. That's one written by Dan Jurgens, right? I like that run too, man. I like that run too. Let's see. I was a little kid in 89. I was a little kid, Batman 89. That's what got me into comic books, so it's important to me. Oh, that's awesome, man. I love that movie to this day. It's so good. Any murder mystery recommendations? Nailbiter, if you've not read it, I don't know. And Monster. Oh my god, Monster, 100%. 100% Monster is so good. Hi, Omar. I almost never buy volume 2s for pretty much any books. I just get a bunch of new books instead of buying further volumes of books that I have. Should I buy volume 2 or continue to buy new books? Wait, I mean, if you're reading them, why not buy a volume 2? Get yourself a volume 2, man. Continue that story. You should totally buy volume 2s. Yep. Once in future. Thank you, Barth. Yeah. Saw the Gillen's Once in Future Deluxe Edition solicited. Premise looks interesting. Isn't any good. If anything, that Dan Mora artwork needs to be in oversized format. It's so gorgeous, man. I love it. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be picking it up. Honestly, it started off strong for me. It kind of died down a little bit in the middle. I haven't finished reading it though. And Guram, me too, man. 2021 so far, Monsters is up there for me. Is the Silver Surfer Omni in December a restock or reprint? Seems to have snuck up on me. Glad it's available for pre-order. It is a restock of the corrected printing. Astro City is a series that I have been, from time to time I'll hit Kurt Busiek up on social media and ask him how that collection is coming, because he has sworn up and down they've got some news about it, but he's been saying that for 3 years now. So I hope that it comes one day. I hope it comes. Omar, did they change the covers back on Aaron Thor? Solicitations didn't have the Daughterman wraparound. Yeah, when I looked at that a couple of weeks ago on the channel, we looked at the Marvel solicitations. It looks like they changed the Daughterman cover and the Rivet cover. So the Daughterman cover is in the wraparound cover. I'm hoping they use that image under the dust jacket, though. That would be awesome. But it's just, it's Thor. Female Thor. Thor. You know who on the cover. I've never read any X-Men comics. Is the Stan Lee run worth reading? Huh. How do I put it? For completest sake, absolutely. But if you want to get X-Men the way that people talk about X-Men, the way that people remember X-Men, go with Uncanny X-Men by Chris Claremont. Because those issues of X-Men are pretty rough. Actually, my daughters read them because we're going to be reviewing them on the channel. We are going to be reviewing them on the channel. Oh, man. I have to either accept a refund or pick a book to sub. Was considering Daily Hands of Kung Fu, Eternals, Defenders, or Moon Knight. Use Unlimited. Check out the first two. Not for them. Thoughts? Out of the Deadly Hands, Eternals. Oh, Moon Knight, man. I know some people will tell you Eternals, though, or Defenders, but I love Moon Knight. Can't go wrong with that. You know, it's the 80th anniversary of Captain America. We aren't getting a Mark Gruenwald omnibus this year. What are your chances? What are the chances we get an announcement before the year's over? I hope strong. Should you get any more responses from your image contact? No, but I know the only one she's hit and miss. She's great. I love talking to her. But she's very hit and miss. Fade Out is getting reprinted. I know that. The hardcover Fade Out. And Omar, do you think Nightfall 25th anniversary trade paperbacks are worth it since the Omnis are out of print? If you're all about reading, yeah, man, they are. They've got the whole story in there. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but is Sword of Azrael collected in that? I can't remember if Sword of Azrael is in that or not. Not that they're in the omnibus editions either, which they should have been. If anyone wants the enormous vinyl poster of that Daughterman wraparound, they have it for sale at Graham Crackers in Illinois. I need to go back up there. That's where I want to do, man. Thank you. Just catching up on the show. We'll rewatch tomorrow. Finally got my Criminal 1 and 2 shipped US to PH. Excited to read this. Man, I'm excited for you. Yeah, no Sword of Azrael, huh? That's what I thought. I don't know why DC fights that. Like, Sword of Azrael is where that story begins. Otherwise, Batman just giving his freaking cowl to some dude. Anyway. Hey, Omar, did you notice that Starman Compendium is available at in-stock trades but nowhere else? It's not a mistake. That's why I'm waiting for mine. I didn't get mine through in-stock trades. I have no idea how they got it first because nobody else has it yet. Could be that they're the distributor or Lunar's the distributor for DC. That might have something to do with it. Cap looks darn good for an 80-year-old. Yeah, he does. He does, man. Is Punisher Max 1 and 2 out of print or out of stock? If out of print, have you heard? I haven't heard of a reprint. I don't think they're out of. Oh, no, actually, I think Volume 1 is out of print. Omar, if you have not already, I would absolutely love for you and your family to hit up Third Eye Comics in Annapolis, Maryland. People there are amazing, amazing people. Should hang out. This, you know, I was going to go there when I went to go see my buddy Jess, and we never made it out there because he kept talking about this great store. So maybe it's time to go and revisit him. Ooh. Yeah, man. I hope we get a J.M. DeMatteis Spidey Omnibus too. One day. My friend is a huge Star Wars fan. I was thinking about buying him a graphic novel, but I'm not sure which one to get. I was thinking about getting Darth Maul, son of let's see, Darth Maul, son of Darth Omni. Okay, so the places to go with Star Wars are different, right? Like you have the original Marvel years, which those Omnis are out of print, but that's the original Marvel years when it's fun to go back and read them with the mentality of Marvel. Nobody at Marvel had any idea what these next books were going to be about. All we knew was there was a Star Wars movie, and then Marvel got the license. So after Star Wars, A New Hope, they were told you can write whatever you want. Just make sure the characters are back to where we found them by the time Empire, or they didn't even know the name of the movie came out. So that's fun. That's really cool to see where those stories were. And we got Jackson. And then there's also the legacy stuff, which is canon still to a lot of people. And that's the Dark Horse era, which has some of. Dude, I'm serious. Knights of the Old Republic or Old Republic Omnibus was one of my favorite reads this year. It was freaking awesome. I couldn't put it down. I loved it. The little mini series at the end wasn't the greatest, but everything before that, oh my god, it was so good. And then we have the now canon books, which is Marvel, Star Wars by like Jason Aaron and Darth Vader. Those are both being reprinted early next year, so those might be a way to go. Omar, have you heard if Marvel might reprint or restock Daredevil by Chip Zdarsky Volume 1 oversized hardcover? Those sold out so fast, we can get them in Mexico's Amazon. No, I haven't heard, and I didn't even know they were out of print. Oh, David, see, you had a bad experience there, huh? Flare like that guy in Office Space. You think we might get a reprint of Extinction Agenda or X-Men Bishop's Crossing? I'm curious to see how they're going to handle that now that I've got to finally announce Fall of the Mutants. Oh, that was so fun to get to announce that. I don't know how they're going to handle that era because Do you put Extinction Agenda with Days of Future Present and make that into an oversized hardcover? How do you because they hardly ever reprint oversized hardcovers. I don't know how they'll handle that. Wonder if now that Zdarsky is off or taking a break on Daredevil, if we get an Omni. Well, he's not taking. He's continuing his run, right? It's just going into another series. Man, this whole Substack thing. People ask me like what my thoughts are, and I've been trying to read into it. It reminds me a lot of the cross-gen deals, like where a certain percentage the company gets. I just want a clear answer: are these books ever going to be in physical format? That's my biggest thing, because nobody knows right now. It seems like every time that's asked, people are like, "Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get there, or we'll see about that." That's what I usually see these when people are being interviewed. So hopefully, yeah, I hope that Hickman gets to finish out his X-Men. I hope that Zdarsky gets to finish out his Daredevil, but I haven't heard a formal announcement. The only one that I know for sure that got formally announced that was leaving for sure, and that was because he said he can't handle it, not because DC fired him or anything, and that's Tynion, James Tynion. I'm gonna miss his book because his run has been so good. What's up, Lionheart? How you doing, buddy? What's up, Omar? Congratulations on 50K. Thank you for the super chat, brother. 2 questions. 1, what are Marvel Omnis coming out on September 1st? 2, Flash Omnibus Volume 3 is no longer in the catalog. What? No, yeah, it is. Stop joking, man. Come on. Don't be messing like that. It's still in the catalog, the last I saw. Because yeah. It's still coming out. It's still coming out. Oh, let me. I'm gonna. Now you got me worried, man. Don't be joking like that. Yeah, wait. No, it was in the. It's not only in the catalog, but now it's in the solicit. So it is coming for sure. I promise it is. And as far as Marvel Omnis, you have Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 5, which I've done an overview of. And What If also comes out that day. What If Omnibus, as well as the Marauders oversized hardcover. That is coming out that day. And that is September 1st. Keep in mind, What If has 3 different covers. I ended up getting the Jane Foster cover, but yes, 3 different covers. 2 DMs and then 1 standard edition. Got me worried about that Flash by Johns 3, man. Is the Spawn Compendium worth it? I did an overview on the channel, but if you're looking for just the story and to read everything from the beginning, absolutely, yeah. I did some tests on mine. The spines haven't cracked yet or anything, but it doesn't have the covers. So if you like the artwork and you're getting the books because of the artwork, it does not have any of the covers, okay? So that's what sucks about it. But if you just want to read the story, jump right in, man. Yeah, for the price, $60. All right. So according to Lunar, thank you, Read Comics, Flash Omnibus Volume 3 comes out on the 25th of January. So, yeah, I was going to say, I just got to look at the solicit, so it was in there. Oh my God, I have certain urge to reread Battle for the Cow. I've been Azrael Septet. Dude, Rebel, Battle for the Cow was one of those Tony Danielle stories that was okay, but the artwork was awesome. What about Inferno Prologue, September 1st? Inferno Prologue has been pushed back till December, I believe. That's been delayed. Sadly. I would love for you to have a contact like David Gabriel at DC. The build of their Omnis are way better now. I've seen, man, yeah, their Omnis, while they don't release as many, their Omnis have been getting a lot better. But I've also noticed they're using thinner paper, which I know some of you all have complained to me about too. So, I mean, it's just a way to keep costs down. It's going to happen. We're going to get a price increase, but they're trying to keep costs down as long as possible. Hey, I'm reading Spawn, and I just want to know when it gets really good, and it stays that way. I'm not the biggest fan of Spawn. I love the artwork. I have all the oversized hardcovers because I love the art. But as far as the story, it was always okay for me. Even when you had Neil Gaiman and Alan Moore in there, Grant Morrison writing some of the stuff, you know. But to me, it was just fun. Let's see, Inferno Prologue and ASM 3 got pushed back far enough that they are now Marvel PRH. Daredevil by Soul as well. And Inferno Prologue, it looks like 12/7. So there you go. Thank you, people, for checking. Yep, I saw that Parker Martini got officially... Did they say May? Because I heard 2022. What's this? Hey, Omar, will Jim Lee X-Men Volume 1 get a reprint? Someone here was asking about getting Gambit and Jubilee's first appearance. Oh, please tell me that's still in print, because that book, before Amazing Spider-Man 5, that was like their #1 best, like, most sold book at Marvel for omnibus editions. Huh. Mr. Tex, do I recommend Alias when the reprint comes out? So one thing going into it, this is dark and gritty. It's mature content. So Gato's artwork is very hit and miss with people. Me, I thought the story was okay. I know people love it. People love it. And I think, based on that, if you like Daredevil by Brian Michael Bendis, you should 100% get it. Because it's that type of story with a more mature content. I thought it was okay. But also not the biggest Bendis fan. So take that into consideration. And see, Alias writing aged well, in my opinion. What about Captain America by Wade Omnibus? Okay, hold on. Let me go back to that, Aaron. Also, hope you're doing all right, buddy. Okay, so you were asking, it is out of print? What? That book went out of print? I thought they ordered enough copies, man. I'll have to find out if it's coming. I don't think it's it's coming back. Not that I've seen. Now, to Aaron's Captain America, I haven't heard about it. Mark Waid Captain America reprint. It needs it, though, because that one is notorious for the bad binding. Like, I was thinking about doing a video on how to fix the bindings, and so many people are asking. Making that Bendis face, so I had to ask. I'm not the biggest fan. Omar hates The Walking Dead and Alias, unsubbed. I didn't say hate. Hate's a strong word. I said I didn't like it. Or I said Alias was okay. I said Walking Dead was fun, man. Come on, quit trying to get me canceled, Justin. Enough people have been trying to do that. Alias is very fun. Do not read the post, though. It does build a relationship. And what's interesting, here's the interesting thing about Alias. The original idea for Alias was to use Jessica Drew. But Marvel would not let Bendis use Jessica Drew, even though the Max line, the mature line, was supposed to be out of continuity. But then as we found out towards the ending of Alias, it's not out of continuity because that's where the relationship of Luke Cage and Jessica start out. So you'll see when you get to the end that it's actually... Now, y'all need to quit. Omar loves Virgin River but hates The Walking Dead. I think I made it further Virgin River than I did The Walking Dead. I don't think I made it past season 2 of Walking Dead. No, I went back and watched them. I'm not hating on anybody that likes it. You just said not a fan of BMB. So what are your thoughts on what he did to Superman? I hate it. I did not like what he did to my John. Nothing. Oh my God. Time to make a clickbait video. Near mint, Omar Gabriel hates Alias. I didn't say hate. I said it was okay. Hey, Omar, the TWD slipcase edition is worth it for the art. If you like Charlie's artwork, yes, of course. If you just think it's okay, gets the job done, then probably not. What's up, Omar Comics? I like these names. Congratulations on 50K, big dog. Now on 100. Thank you. One day. I know you have the Usagi Yojimbo Saga hardcover set, but if you didn't, how much would you spend on each book at this time? Okay, so I think when I did an overview of the books, and then when I did the reading order of Usagi, I mentioned that the slipcase edition from Fantagraphics is the one of the few times that I broke my rule of I have to pay over cover, because Fantagraphics made a statement that this is the only printing of the book, and I waited too long. It was $75 for the slipcase. I paid $500 for it 2.5 years after it went out of print. Keep in mind, though, this is when they said this was I looked at my receipt the other day, I think 7-8 years ago when I bought it, because I was thinking there's no way they're ever going to reprint it. No way. It was crazy. And the reprint has been delayed, but it is still coming out. As far as the other books, I don't know. I mean, Usagi means a lot to me, and to have him in the best possible format, that's hard. I have a different mentality now, though, because they did reprint the hardcover. They did reprint the limited edition signed hardcovers. So probably cover price. That's what I would say. Love the New Beginner series. Hope to see Doctor Strange at some point. Also, we need that ASM Volume 1 reprint. I need more oversized Steve. Dude, if you want oversized Steve Ditko, get that Ditko is Strange. That book is awesome. Hey, Omar, what don't you like about BMB? How did this become this? Guys, I'm trying to keep a happy, positive, honest community. All right. Before I end the chat, I got to end it on a happier note, though. Honestly, it's just his style of storytelling is not for me. It's very, how do I put it? It's a decompressed style of storytelling that I'm not a fan of. I don't like. I respect history of comics. That's one of my things. So you can always tell, especially when you've been reading comics for a long time, and this isn't being snooty, it's just me, it's my personal taste, but you can always tell when somebody has done the homework and someone hasn't. Someone coming in and writing, say, X-Men and has never read a single issue of X-Men before. That's the way it felt like to me. He writes a good Spider-Man, I will say that. His Avengers disassembled so many characters were so out of character. You know, people hate on Avengers The Crossing, but I see the same formula in Avengers Disassembled, and people did not hate that. But whatever. David Finch on art, though, is nice. Here's the thing. I think Bendis is a phenomenal human being. I think he's a great person. He takes his time with anybody that I've ever seen him at conventions. I think he is phenomenal for people to get started reading these books. Like, anytime I'm going to do these reading, like where to start reading characters, if it's at Marvel, you can bet that 100% Bendis' name is going to be on there, because his ability to make the characters accessible to new readers is amazing. It's uncanny. That's why Ultimate Spider-Man is among one of the best books that Marvel ever published. So, I do recommend it, because I also know, of course I recommend Bendis. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean people should miss out on it. Nice, Snooty. Hey, Omar, what are your favorite Supernatural themed comics? Supernatural. I actually done a video on all the horror comics. Go to any of the EC archives. Pick those. Take a pick. Creepy. See? Daredevil, Ultimate Spider-Man, and Alias are great, but other than that, his other books are hit and miss for me. Without Melanie, the chat turned into an attack Omar for everything he dislikes. Nice to see you guys again on a Super Saturday to celebrate 50K. Thanks, man. It's good to be here. I was rolling solo today. You might need to go into politics, Omar. No, I do not. No, I do not. I do not. All three Ultimate Spider-Man covers are so good. Still can't decide which one. I can't decide which one I picked. I think I went with the Venom one. I just like Venom. BMB is fine in my opinion. That's right. And that's all that matters, is what you like in the end. Everyone, this has been a freaking blast. I'll tell you who I have a bigger issue with is Mark Miller, and people love that guy even more. But that's another story. Let's end this on a high note. No Melanie in that Spider-Man video the other day. What did you do to her, Omar? You're right, man. I need to get her back in there. She took just a little bit of a break, and she got a little bit of issues with family, but everything is good. Everything is good. Wait a minute. Where's Roberto Rodriguez? Omar, on the bright side, no one got you about that Batman Year 2. Yeah, man. Batman Year 2 is one of the best. I don't care. What's the difference between Ultimate and Amazing Spider-Man? Are you serious? If you're serious, yeah. Amazing Spider-Man is the 616 Spider-Man series. Same character we've been following since 1962. Ultimate Spider-Man is another reality. It's a reimagining of the character. It's a new incarnation of the character, modernizing it. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Again, we will be doing a 50K giveaway sometime in the next couple of weeks. So subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit like on the way out. Oh, what's up for the channel? What's up for the channel? Good question, Immortal Ipsy. I appreciate that. Sunday is the retro view of Y the Last Man, all the editions that I own. Monday will be the overview of your advanced look at the Rick Remender Captain America Omnibus. Tuesday will be the Marvel trades. Wednesday, I can't remember. I know next Friday is the upcoming collected editions for September. But I was doing a Battle Angel Alita. What's the difference between the hardcover and the softcover? People have been asking me to do that. But anyway, thank you everybody for joining us, joining me. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay healthy and safe out there. And yeah, hit that like button. Check out our Patreon. 101. We got one slot open. Oh, yeah. I have the Ask Me Anything tomorrow for our Patreons. Well, I'll be day drinking, of course. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Stay healthy, stay safe out there, and much love. No